Alright, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're back on MTGO, as tends to have been the case for the last while here. And will be for the kind of foreseeable future. We have a vintage cube coming on up pretty quick since the holidays are around the corner. But before that, we have a different environment. So this is a set called Vintage Masters. It came out in 2014 as the final set to finish off Vintage on Magic Online. As you can see by our image here, this is where our Power 9 is located. This is an extremely high-powered set. It's also a set designed with drafting in mind. Like, this is a set that they specifically went out of their way to make a draftable, fun draftable format on top of all the, old-ass cards in it, as best way to put it. I mean, cards from the time, 20 years ago, but now 26, a while. So the drawback of this set, it's expensive. I don't plan on doing a bunch of it. It's quite, I remember when this first came out, it was at a bit of an odd time for me, financially, so I remember doing, I think, one, maybe two of these, which sucked, because, like, a lot of people told me, like, this was a really, really cool draft format. So, we'll get to do another jump in today, see what it looks like. I know it's very high-powered, one of the most high-powered limited formats you can have that isn't a cube, and yeah, so it'll be exciting. Anyway, hello, FC Cell, Shabadoo, Vern Squire, Eternal, that's great to see y'all here. But yeah, Vintage Masters, this is the final, like, Magic Online exclusive Masters thing they did. Let's jump on in. We can keep all the cards we draft, so, as it is. However, this set is 25 tickets to jump into rather than 10 on the previous ones. But yeah, so it should be exciting. Again, this won't be like the same look at old cards. It still will be. Like, obviously, we're going to see Power 9, we're going to see a bunch of old cards, but we're also going to see things that are more contemporary. Contemporaneous needs a comparator. But yeah, more contemporary in their printing. This is a set released in 2014. Has a number of reprints from that era that weren't on Magic Online, and also that were like just sought after cards of the time. So, for instance, if I take a look at, we'll see. But like, Flusterstorm is a good example, because that was a card released in a, alright, Badlands off the top. What we got? Tyrant's Choice below the cut. That's one of those that was in here because it's not on any, set thing. Okay, so, power stuff. We've got, wow, so much. Alright, Lurking Evil. Pay half your life, make a 4/4 flyer for 3. Power Sync. That is a tap out syncopate. Radiant Archangel gets huge, gets real huge, real fast. Oh goodness, because that's all battlefield, and this is a set that has Battle Screech, Aquamoeba, and Exile both here. Matron is actually really strong. I wonder about picking that up. Killer Whale jumps. Jungle Worm is big but hates blockers. I don't know how much I care about the land. I like Radiant Archangel. I might like the Sibian Grunts as well. Matron would be Goblin Tribal. I'm gonna go with my gut and say Radiant because I know that Battle Screech is in this set. Blazing Spectre, Beetleback Chief, Solar Blast, Breath of Life, Literal Gush, Dark Writ at common. Dark Writ, huh? Only black card in the pack. Messes up, thank you for the sub. We have, this is, again, very high power. This is going to resemble, a cube in a lot of ways. Beetleback Chief, Dark Writ. Nimi, thank you for the sub as well. I also like Solar Blast because it cycles, and Astral Slide and Lightning Rift both exist. No, Beetleback Chief is really strong too. Maybe I should have picked up that Matron and gone in with the Chief. Who knows? Is that good enough now? It is something to consider right now. Gush is real too. I might consider the Chief. Alright, we got Dream Pod Druid. If it's enchanted, plus makes a 1/1. Chainer's Edict. Croson Tusker. I love me some Croson Tusking. Dustcloak Harrier. Putrid Imp. This set actually has honest to god like Storm combo. I really like Croson Tusker. We can pick up a Gerblin. This is just a normal ass Gerblin, but it's not strong enough. Secluded Step also stands out. If we find Lightning Rift or Astral Slide, these are some real good things to pick up on. I like Tusker. I like Edict here. I'm gonna try to find, like, pick some powerful stuff early, and then, like, start lasering in as time goes on. There's a lot of power, so we can afford a couple odd picks, right? Burning Wish, foil. I'm seeing a lot of green. I'm seeing Elephant Guide. I'm seeing, I'm seeing Urnam Jin. I'm seeing Claws. The nowhere to from bots, most likely. Elephant Guide stands out. Urnam Jin. I like the Guide a lot. I know there's a lot of removal around here. We're gonna have Edict and such, but, like, this could be really powerful. Other than that, I mean, it's Magic Online. What else are you gonna do but try bots? Caravec's Torch, Nature's Ruin. Okay, Caravec's Torch. That is something to pick up if we have Tusker. Maybe we get Elvish Aberration. Have something top end to finish. I also like this Tranquil Thicket a lot. Aftershock gets the job done. Reviving Vapors is actually a pretty cool card. Real top 3, put 1 in hand, gain life equal to CMC, instant speed. It's not nearly as strong as it could be, but, you know. Famine. We saw this in some of the others. But yeah, didn't know Caravec's Torch got a reprint. This is a Magic Online only set. So it did not get, this does not exist in paper. Fire Blast? Oh, Arrogant Worm. I find outlets for that, or is Fire Blast enough of a reason to start moving to more of a red beatdown strategy? Like, that's the end game, right? Like, that is the finisher. If I go Caravec's Torch, Fire Blast. This is the second counterspell we've seen. Look, it's a very Arrogant Worm. No, I like this. This seems good. Hermit. Yo, how you doing? Hermit Druid, huh? Brindleshote, also fine. Hermit Druid. Yeah, okay. No, yeah. Is Hermit Druid actually good? Green tap, put a base, like, mill till you hit a basic. Like, it's green tap draw. Right? So, I don't actually see a problem with the card. Turo's Faithful is better than it looks. Secluded Step is also really strong if we have payoffs. Spark Spray, Provoke, Keen Eye Aven. Hey, how you doing, Khazardrix? Armor Thorns. It's like a weird combat trick. Spark Spray. I feel okay with Spark Spray. I don't like much of these. Grab the Mantis. Worm Exile's still here. Aquamoeble's still here. Worm becomes blocked. It gets -1/-1 for each creature blocking it beyond the first. So. Aquamoeba's a lot worse than it used to be. Exile's pretty good. Let's pick this up. Elvish Apparition, yes, okay. So this can help us with our Caravex Torch. It can also fix for green. It's also just big. I like that. Secluded Step I'm willing to pick up here, even over the Provoke. I want to set up in case I do see that. We don't care about Skyshroud Forest. I'm going to pick up Plaza Wirewood. Elvish Apparition number 2. Choking Sands on the sideboard. And Taro's Faithful, which is a reasonable white card. Huh. Okay, so white is possible here. And like red could just be the torch. We'll see. But green is absolutely open. So we'll see. Maybe green is thought of as a poorer color in this set. Who knows? We'll have to see what pack 2 brings. Null Rod, Factor, Damn Fiction. Can we just splash for Factor Fiction? Okay, Rites of Initiation is how you win games in this format. I remember that. This card is some bullshit where like you attack with your like 1/1 flyers from Battle Screech, and then you just go Rites of Initiation, discard my hand, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I lose. Nostalgic Dreams, Factor Fiction. Like we have Tusker. We can find ways to splash that. Yeah, Paralyze. Check out this art on Paralyze. Sidar is pretty fine. Brainstorm, Deep Analysis. Look at the blue in this set. Oof. Oof. Okay, we need an early curve. That's a problem right now. Like, early curve seems to be a bit of an issue. Kerma's Blessing, Beetleback Chief number 2, Counterspell, Mana War. Wow, I love blue here. You're telling me blue is good in Vintage? Yeah, weird, I know, right? I like Mongrel. I like Mongrel. I like Mana War. Maybe I like more Beetleback Chiefs. There's Tendrils for the Storm player. This is tough. I'm really tempted to try to just jump in on this blue here. Pick up the Mana War, kind of make things go a little further for us. This is such a interesting. There's so many ways we can go here. Like again, I could more Beetleback Chiefs, but I don't think red feels open. We only have the 3 cards I want to splash. All right, let's live in a world where blue is reasonable in this set. Clearly, Simian Grunts, Cabal Ritual, Gaia's Embrace, like Simian Grunts. It's pretty good. It's pretty big. Gets the job done. Gaia's Embrace is also pretty big. It's like Elfin Guide, but instead of having the rebuy, you get regen. Brainstorm, obviously, another choice around these parts. I also like Chimeric Idol. This card's actually good. Dodges a lot of removal. Good with the Grunts. Green is clearly one of our main colors. That Guy's Embrace is really powerful too. I just like the jump in on the Grunts here. But might be my favorite brains. Ooh. Oh, and oh god. What was the first pick of the draft? This Radiant Archangel on our sideboard. Okay, so Aether Mutation says a lot to me. Bounce a creature, make X saplings or X. Yeah, Su-Chi hanging out in here. Tribute to the Wild is pretty cool. Hindhorn Elves, huh? God versus Aether Mutation? It's more likely this will table, right? It's a lot more likely this tables. I feel like the Findhorn Elves is more important to us because we want to get up to this top end. You know, turn 2 Simian Grunt seems really strong. Croson Tusker the next? Oh, Yavimaya Hollow. Huh, Yavimaya Hollow. Also, Goblin Commando. I think this is one of the cards that makes Gobos realish. I know it's a 5-mana 2/2, but... I would just have a land that says regenerate target creature as a trick. Or I could just pick the best common draw spell possible. The Stolen by the Fae is more expensive, usually. That's tough. I love my Hollow. Seems really good, too. No, let's keep picking the Tuskers. Ooh, what do you do? Look at the top X is with highest CMC of artifacts you control. Real an artifact put in the battlefield. Okay, cool. Temporal Fissure, Nature's Lore. Lonely Sandbar versus Nature's Lore. I feel fine picking up Lonely Sandbar. More cycling lands is good to have. I will be wanting to play them, and I can, like, cycle them away once I have 1 blue. Nature's Lore lets me ramp up to, like, some high-end stuff, though, and again, that's sort of my goal. Maybe that's more important than that. I feel like this is a deck that's definitely just trying to ramp into big haymakers, and I feel like I should realize what I am doing. Grizzly Fate! Yes! Here's some haymakers. I love Grizzly Fate. It's even foil. Oh, that's good. Some good shit. This is a bear. I should be picking this higher. I don't have an elephant guide to put on it right now, but, like, that's a bear. You know, I think I'm still fine with Grizzly Fate. Let me keep that in mind. Oh, hi, hello, hi. Here's some more stuff for our, you know... Predatory Night Stalker is Edict on a 3/2. Deathblade Elite is one of those things that's really good to throw on, like, Elephant Guide. Shadow is some bullshit. Nostalgic Dreams making it back around? That seems fine. Nostalgic Dreams is discard X cards, return X cards. Yeah, that seems okay. Or I could pick up Brainstorm. That don't hurt right on right now. Dreams is likely to be, like, discarding 2 lands, picking up some, like, decent bodies. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. Wild Mongrel, thank you. I like seeing a 2, I'm fine with. Sorcerer is pretty fine. Gaia's Embrace? I will take Gaia's Embrace. Hey! Aether Mutation, sweet. Yes, okay. We're the only green player at the table, everybody. Confirmed. Okay, so we are going to splash the torch. We're the only green player at the table. Likely. Or the only other green player didn't care for it. So we splash for the torch, we splash for Factor Fiction and some other things. Living Death. Oh wow, check this shit out. Okay, you want power. Check out power. Living Death, bam. Edict, bam. Cabal Ritual, bam. Psychotalk, bam. Brainstorm, Chain Lightning. Croson Tusker, Renewed Faith. This is some power shit. So yeah, Psychotalk's pretty cool. Not a card we can build around, but you know, it doesn't have the mouth that our other friend Psychotalk has. Renew Faith is pretty cool if you have the cycling, if you have slide going on. Are we brainstorming? I feel like we're more Croson Tusking. I feel like that's more our speed. It's like I just want more Croson Tusking. Chain Lightning is pretty good too. Would not feel bad about that. Problem with brainstorming is that, like, without a way to shuffle, which, you know, our Tusker does give us, it's not as strong. And we do have ways of dealing with access lands, either through Karavek's Torch or through, other effects. I want to see Lightning Rift. I would play that on red if I was Lightning Rift. Oh. Oh. So you're telling me I have all the card advantage? Oh. Now suddenly those brainstorms... Oh god, we have another pack! Yeah, this didn't end right there. Fixing it doesn't cost 7. This doesn't cost 7. This card costs 3. Hulking Goblin seems out of place. It's because they wanted goblins as a theme in, like, the set, and... yeah. Ooh. What do you mean? Fidion's pretty cool, too. Look, I'll pay 6 for destroy target creature. Oh, Bassandra, that's, yep. Yeah, Desert Twister with a way to recur it. That seems fine. I like the Ophidian, I like the Wild Mongrel, but I really like this a lot. Because our deck doesn't have ways to answer foil regrowth. Memjar, Arrogant Worm, oh god. Dark Hatchling. This card's really strong. Arrogant Worm is definitely looking a lot better. Do we like regrowth? Is that something that, like... Because, like, we got regrowth, Factor Fiction, regrowth. Regrowth looks like it has a couple things in our deck that I do not feel too bad picking up here. Arrogant Worm has more power now that we've got Wild Mongrel, and we've got, like, a couple things for it. I like having it, especially, like... So Hermit Druid's gonna mill us cards, right? And, like, we mill all these cards off Hermit Druid, and then Regrowth plus Nostalgic Dreams gives us a lot better ways to recur them. I don't care about the... I mean, it's Memory Jar. I like Memory Jar. I feel like the Regrowth does a little bit more for us because of the self-mill. Circular Logic, how you doing? Zalfirid Crusader. Goblin Trenches. Cool, cool. Circular Logic. Or just Counterspell proper. Nothing huge in this pack. Expunge is a good card, by the by. Another Mantis. Some more creatures wouldn't hurt us, and I don't feel like Circular Logic... We only have one Mongrel right now. I feel like a couple more creatures would assist us. Pine Barrens, Prophetic... Well, hold on. Wrath of God, huh? Also, no lie, we can Prophetic Bolt. Those are both our splash colors. Starstorm is hard to beat as a board wipe goes against any deck that's actually trying to play a reasonable game. Our creatures are generally big enough to live through it if we need, and it gives us an out to like things like pile of 1/1 flyers. And on any other deck than that, we can cycle it. It's a sweet card. Blastoderm! Yeah, it's Blastoderm. Tangle, the fog for fuckers. This is the fog for fuckers. Just so you know. I'm fine with Shote. Simeon Grunts. Simeon Grunts the next. This is a cool card. Constant Miss is a different fog for fuckers. I think it maybe is the true one, but Tangle is the fog that like you fog somebody with it and they feel real bad. Take that Brainstorm. More Simeon Grunts, huh? More Wild Mongrel, huh? Don't dislike Ophidian either. More Arrogant Worm, huh? Alright. Then we get some provokes. Okay. So, let's set this up. We've got a weird deck. You bad news, we have 15 cuts. Technically one's a land, so only 14. It's not that bad. I like that I'm not playing my first pick. That's pretty good. I invite you to look back at the picks we had available to us and count how many Battle Screeches we saw. I picked this card knowing that Battle Screech is a common in this set. Battle Screech, for those unaware, is a bullshit common that does not belong at common in any world ever because it's 4 mana for 4 1/1 flyers. Yeah. Alright, so let's just... I think Battle Screech is fine outside of Limited. In Limited, it's just an absolute, like, why sort of card. Growth. This is a Swiss league, so we will be playing against people outside of our pod. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm looking at right now. Claws of Wirewood doesn't interest me as much when we have PK Starstorm. We already have 1 Giant Mantis and 18 creatures in the main. And Provoke seems like a card we can bring in if we see that, like, we're in a position where we can actually provoke creatures down. If we're going to Tiny Goblins and Battle Screech, we have Comet Storm. Yeah, that's how I feel here. So, how do we need to do? We need to still make 6 cuts, huh? Well, damn. It's a pain in the ass. So Arrogant Worm has 3 discard outlets, 2 Wild Mongrels, and a Nostalgic Dreams. Nostalgic Dreams being a 5-drop to do that. I feel like I'm okay with Hermit Druid as just being like green tap, draw land. We have a lot of top end, so I want to be able to just consistently hit land drops. Simeon Grunts fits because of that, because we have so much land. We should be fine playing Grunts. Maybe we don't want 3. God, this is tough. Brindleshote might not be the speed of our deck. Hmm. This is tough. Five cuts. Five cuts. Thinking about cutting that arrogant worm. I like it with the mongrels. I don't like it with much else in the deck is the problem. They have a lot of ramp, though. They have a freaking ton of ramp. Yeah, we have a lot of sideboard options. Claws of the Wirewood, Giant Mantis. I don't think Ivory Tower is on that list, but you know. One of our issues is probably going to be we'll have to like run down combo decks if they exist. 27 still? I still need 3 more cuts. Not easy. Maybe the Dreams? I just keep regrowth? Regrowth in this deck is hard to evaluate because, like, we have a couple cards that are really good for it, and then, like, a lot of creatures. And generally, I don't find creatures to be compelling regrowth targets because you can't confirm when they're going to die. Whereas, like, when you cast Factor Fiction, you know where that card's going. Hmm. 2 more cuts. Or. Hmm. How do I feel about Mana War's good. Mana War is really good, especially if we do fight somebody who's doing some sort of Voltroning. That and the Aether Mutation do well there. That's one of our only, like, creature kill things. Fairly reliant on those Findhorn Elves. Probably gonna play 3-3-10 for my basics. 3-2-10. How do I feel about Elfin Guide and Gaia's Embrace? Probably fine. Okay. This is the look at this on this side. One of the things to note, you might be thinking, well, Jens, you can just cut these aberrations. They can forest cycle. Which puts them like down here. Crows and Tuskers are down here. But they're also at the top as top end creatures once we get to 6 or 7 mana. Also, you can Aether Mutation your own Crows and Tusker. I don't know. It's pretty real. That seems risky. I want to cut the Mana War because I want the blue to be a lighter splash. Especially if I'm double red on Starstorm. I mean, it is. This is fine. Do I want regrowth in here still? Let's give it a shot. Actually, I want a little more than that on basics. So, the idea is I'm playing one more of each than I need. Because there are ways to destroy lands in this, and I would rather not be cut off from them for some dumb reason. Our curve is weird. This is the flattest ass curve in the world. I mean, like, the trick is, you know, this. But, alright. Let's see how this plays. We'll make adjustments as we need. We'll see how, like, maybe Provoke is way better than it looks. Might be. We might just want to, like, push somebody into fighting Simian Grunts. This card is hardcast maybe 10% of the time. Like, that's just not how Krosan Tusker works. You cycle it a lot because it's a 2-for-1 on the cycle. There are some, like, classic budget reanimator decks from way back in that time period where you just discard Krosan Tusker and reanimate the Tusker. Because, it, you know, you could even do that in this set. You can turn 3, discard the Tusker, turn 4, Breath of Life it. You know, it's fine. Gets the job done. It's big. Yes, I'd like to play first. Wow. For everything our deck has going for it. This is great with one more land. Starstorm is likely just a cycle. Simian Grunts kind of eats up a lot of our mana. I don't know what we're fighting against. Is Mongrel just going to be enough to get there? I'm going to see, because there's a lot of draws that make me feel okay on this. Like, for one, third land. Like, you might look at this hand and be like, wow, it sucks. But, like, once I get third land, I got Simian Grunts on, plus, like, Cycle Starstorm. And then, like, Gaia's Embrace on a Simian Grunts feels a little bit like cheating. Obviously, we want to find, like, third land Krosan Tusker or something like that, because you can leave up Tusker mana with the Simian Grunts. Carnophage, that's fine. I'll probably just 1-for-1 that. Forest Cycling. Perfect. Cool. If that Carnophage comes in, I can 1-for-1 on it. By discarding a card, which I feel is fine. Probably just discard the Starstorm at this point. I don't know, White tells me they might have stuff for us to hit, and like Desert Twister ain't happening anytime soon. Maybe that's the better card to hit right now. Is that Desert Twister, kind of make it happen. Or I could just accept the hit and try to kill it with Simian Grunts in a future turn. Maybe that's more realistic. Let's do that. Okay, I had to talk through all the lines, but the fact that this is Carnophage, we're going to go ahead and Forest Cycle. Thank you very much. So now, like, Simian Grunts can just take it out, and that'll feel good. It'll also, like, make our clock better. So yeah, 16, 18. Okay, double white. Want to start getting the red for Starstorm soon, because I feel like a Battle Screech is not unlikely out of this opponent. Okay, looks like we're going to pass it back with just Simian Grunts as a move. Do recall that we can Wild Mongrel for a lot of damage. We can just pump our hand into it for +5 or so, if need be. We can dodge Exile and Black removal. Like, if they have Expunge, we can dodge it. If they have Exile, we can dodge it. We have a lot of ways to dodge. Okay, Battle Screech wouldn't be so bad on 4, because they wouldn't be able to immediately flashback it. They could do it. This does look like a Battle Screech turn. Phyrexian Defiler. Sack for -3/-3. Well, I've got a 3/4 for you. Okay. It's fine. Somebody told our opponent about Simian Grunts. Okay, Hermit Druid, you're looking pretty cool here. Alright, I think we can go ahead and discard away... What's Echo? You gotta pay its cost a second time on your untap for the first time you untap with it. See, if we just go ahead and discard Twisty, or even Falf. Okay, put our opponent to 10. So they've got the Defiler active. They can tap, sack, -3/-3. It's pretty good defense. 4 cards in hand. A creature that can have Shadow. Interesting. Pretty good one. Yeah, so the fact that this changes color is almost like a lot of the times irrelevant. Ooh. Ooh. Changing color is very rarely relevant. Even in the time, it was mostly you dodged black kill spells. If I play Gaia's Embrace on Wild Mongrel, my opponent at 10. They have to discard 2 cards to dodge the Defiler. Hmm. So that should crack the Defiler. Really? Okay, so exile on non-white. Non-white. Okay, that's pretty hilarious. Okay. So we can untap. If we can untap with this, I'll feel very, very powerful. If they can play Radiance Judgment or anything like that, I'll feel pretty bad. There it is. Where you at, everybody? It's bird time. As I mentioned, so Battle Screech is, you know, make 2 1/1s and then tap 3 to flash it back. So, you know, as it do. That's a mistake. There's no way that's the correct play. This card has trample. Yeah. So this card has trample, and I can discard my hand to give it +4/+4. If I didn't draw the elephant guide, they would have had to double block, and then they would have went to 1. All right. So I think we can board in the claws pretty effectively. Claws of the Wirewood kills off flyers. Other simian grunts don't seem so bad. I feel like Brindleshote also might be a reasonable play here, just as a sticky body against a deck that wants to be a little aggressive. Desert Twister strikes me as a little bit too expensive, and more importantly, our opponent didn't have singularly powerful cards. They just had, like, bodies, right? So that tells me more I'm interested in clearing the bodies rather than clearing out the other problems. Simian Grunts is fine. Guy's Embrace is fine. Elfin Guide is fine. We have to be wary. Probably want to put these cards on Wild Mongrel because of Exile, things like that. I could take out Nature's Lore, perhaps. I think I'm okay with Aether Mutation because they did show higher drops. Starstorm, obviously, is going to be fine. Alright, let's see how aggressive they actually are. We have Elvish Aberration. Two and 33. How good is the hand if I draw into it? Well, it's in your auto loss if I don't. I have Factor Fiction if I do, which means the long game is mine. Can't risk it. And this looks exactly the same, but with a blue again. Interesting. I didn't think that this would be as much of a problem as it was. Alright, we'll go ahead and keep this. We can put our huge drops on top, and we can't play anything from this hand again either. Alright, I did not expect the playing 11 forests would not be enough for us, but yep, so here's the aggressive line. Hopefully we can draw into a second forest and just play Elder on 3. Elder on 3 will be a good blocker for Carnophage. Claws of the Wirewood allows us to deal with the evasive threats. And also, you mold to 5 with the Yavimaya Elder. It's basically a mold to, like, look, we get our 7 hands back. There's no problem anymore. Hey, what are you doing? My friend Brindleshote is here. Opponent choosing to play a Baron Moor, which tells me their hand is not super flooded with lands. Their hand is lands and spells and combinations, otherwise you would cycle this. Also tells me they're likely planning on Alright, I will go ahead and have the Brindleshote block here so I can get myself a 3/3. That will begin our aggressive line. Okay. Fine by me. Hi, my name is Yavimaya Elder. I love Yavi Elder. Alright, so this gets 2 lands on death. Weird. They don't want it anymore. Flanking, okay. Attacks tap target creature. Welcome to the beatdown. We got fun and games. 3 cards in hand. Battle Screech is a likely play here. They have a white creature to tap for it. They could Battle Screech and then Battle Screech with the flashback easily. Or a 5-drop. There is a Radiant Archangel, which does die to Claws of Wirewood here. We'll have to see if that's an immediate threat I want to do, or if I want to wait on that. Hey, what are you gonna do? Kill Yavimaya Elder? So if I play Claws of Wirewood, that would kill Radiant, put my opponent to 9, 4. Alternately, though, I can wait for them to play another flyer for Radiant, and then use Claws of the Wirewood as a way to sweep away when they don't expect it to sweep. How much damage would I be in danger of taking, though, is the question. 7, 8, 9, I would go to 5. Let's attack first. If they jump block with Radiant, everything's perfect forever. And I think my gut of guts tells me to wait on Claws of Wirewood. Try to use it as, like, either damage they don't expect on their head, or... We'll see. This is a tough call. Do they have the Battle Screech? Gluscolo Carrier? Sure. That's more of an issue. Okay. Then give Radiant Pro. Okay. Radiant would gain Pro Green, become a 3/3. Okay, I know what I want to do then. Let's grab some forests. Draw a card. And we'll block their Carnophage. Does Claws kill their flyer? They can give it protection from green. So no. No, it kills none of their flyers. They give Guskull Carrier Pro Green, and then Radiant doesn't die. For winning, we do this. Take 3. Okay. I need you to misevaluate how the card works. Give your Radiant Pro Green. Yep, your Radiant sure is Pro Green, but it still has 3 damage on it. Go. All right. Let us trick our opponent. Sometimes there's only one way to win. Alright, so we can kill this with Simian Grunts coming down to block it, because it taps on attack, and then we can cast right through it. We'll take 2 to go to 3. We also have the draw of, you know, literally just Karavek's Torch. That would end it. 2 cards left in hand. Let's see what they've got. Another, like, a flyer, another creature would be a bad thing for us. Let's see how bad things look. Another evasive creature's bad. No! Fireball. Okay, fine. You've got Fireball. Looking at Mantis, looking at... I like Simian Grunts because it kills a lot on come in. What's worse than this is a question. I like the claws still. The claws feel really good as an answer to a powerful spell of theirs. Our mana's been really bad. I don't want to cut an Elvish Aberration. That seems like an invitation to draw 2 islands and a mountain. Like, our mana's been horribly bad. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction in that idea, but, like, it somehow 11 forests has felt like 7. Hermit Druid? I like Hermit Druid. What do I not like? I think I'm honestly fine with what we got. Alright, yes, I'd like to play first, and I'd like a keepable, absolutely keepable, hell yes. Tusker on 2 for a red. Hopefully we can get our second, we'll, you know, find our second red, but, like, having Starstorm is a card I don't think they can beat. Really like cycling this on turn 2. That feels really powerful. Okay, they mulled to 6. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this tells me their hand is land light, not land heavy. Good to know. Looking good there, Yavimaya Hollow. No attacks. So they're gonna think like, oh, it's a Simian Grunts, right? Fledgling Jin. Alright, so they take some damage for that. I'll go ahead and cycle. Give me a mountain. Okay. Because of how bad our current setup is, I don't want to have any way for Findhorn Elves to get murdered by Exile there. Oh, goodness. Alright. There's the first half of Battle Screech. We really need that, so either Claws or, other red here. Alright, we got an A-bomb. I can torch for 9. So, like, we'll have a creature that'll live through Storm if, again, we can draw into our red. They're gonna take 4 here in the air. So they're holding Exile? It's not good for us. Can't regen through that. I think I still have to attack into it, but, like, it's very bad for us. At least they can't get that second half of Battle Screech, though I'd honestly like them to be able to soon. Let's see if they've just got Exile. They'll gain 5 off of it. Again, our win con is our Wrath, not our, Okay. Might have to burn down one of those. We'll see. Hey, Mongrel. Yeah, I might have to, like, burn this down to not die next turn. They only have 1 black pump for that. Yeah, I think I need to kill this to not die. Again, Starstorm doesn't hit my face, so it's okay in that regard. Again, this has Shadow. We can't block it unless we have a creature with Shadow. Alright, so I want to top deck either Mountain or Yavimaya or... Oh, please, Flashback. Okay. So, if I draw into my red here, we're good. We get a clean board wipe. We get to keep a lot. Like, everything looks good if I can draw into red. It's not good odds, though. It's like 5 and 25. Yeah, okay. Well, that was painful. Felt like we had a good matchup in this one. The cards did just not come our direction. Okay. Yeah. Anywho, we got one of those, but, like, again, our inability to, I guess, should I have pulled the trigger quicker on that second game? I don't feel like I made missteps. I even got our opponent to walk into a trap. That third one, I don't know. Like, is the blue the problem? Like, are we? Am I pushing too hard on trying to include the blue? I don't feel like we're that hard up for fixing. But that is more and more looking like the problem here. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'd probably cut down the colors, add back in like a simian grunts and something like that, and cut out the factor friction and the mutation. Because it's clear that it's pretty clear here that like both our green has been over affected by it, and our splash is just not strong enough. So like putting a little bit more into it is probably a little better. Yeah, I drew effectively nothing but forests for the remainder of that game past my opener. If we at any point drew the second red for Starstorm, we were in it, but um, that did not occur. And it's occurring to me that I think, like, I'm talking it through, and I think just the inclusion of blue in general is a little bit a bridge too far for this deck. Factor Fiction's a powerful spell, but like it's just not. If I'm not able to cast my spells that I actually have, then there are other problems, right? Like, doesn't matter how powerful these cards are if I can't actually put them on the table. So, anywho, this one looks good. I like the ramp. I like that we might have this Elvish Aberration on 4. It's a big body. I see. Yeah, because it's a big old 4/5 taps for 3 elf mutant to go along with the elf druid, and we'll get to see what our opponent's on. See what sort of exciting thing they've got going on. I know again our last opponent was on black-white aggression with a lot of evasion, shadow. They kept their 7. Our opponent is finally here. Foil Savannah Go. Is that how they and the kids these days say flex? It's a strong maneuver. Alright, Cyclochroma's Blessing. That worries me because it means that there's a high likelihood our opponent's a slide deck. If they're a slide deck, Gaia's Embrace won't be worthwhile any point past 4. Big elf. Not even as big as the mutant. Okay, Floodplain. Do you have a blue to grab with that? Okay. Exile? 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 Is it time for exile? Are we getting exiled? Check this out. Nothing happens. So a lot of cards. A ton of cards. Regenerate is kind of a bullshit mechanic in the game of Magic because so many cards on them just say ignore regeneration. I didn't care about spending that mana because I planned on end-stepping Simian Grunts here. And I don't want to actually cycle these aberrations. Okay, we did get a... Okay. Is mono white? Are you mono white? I did see Last Exile. I liked that show. So our opponent mono white with like some dual lands. Regeneration never mattered because all the good kill spells said regeneration doesn't work against him. That was the problem with regeneration. For the longest time, it just never functioned. Because, like, you think of every, like, good kill spell, burn spell, things like that, Wrath of God, even on modern cards, you would see can't be regenerated. Putrefy has that text, did you know? And Putrefy is, like, Putrefy is a card that keeps seeing reprints. Incinerate says can't be regenerated. Else? I think other... These days, a lot more removals move towards exile. Yeah, note to self, board out auras, 100%. There's no point in keeping those in. Can I get to combat here? My opponent waiting on my main? It's a weird spot to have a stop. Like, you can see I don't have one of my opponent's main. You put it on combat. Huh. It's funny how regeneration was deemed like, oh, this is easy enough for players to understand, but banding was the one that was removed when they both have an incredible amount of baggage. There's one, or there's a couple anti-indestructible spells, but they're not, like, great. Want to see Hour of Devastation removes it, and then there's a Sorin's Fireball or Blaze that does it as well. I remember I had that Hour of Devastation come up and kick my ass in a recent cube, because it burned right through like a Dauntless Bodyguard. What does forest cycling mean? It means I can pay this cost. Discard it from my hand to cycle for a forest. So, if I were to want a 6th forest, I could discard this Elvish Apparition to do so. My opponent's thinking real hard on this combat. What is going on? What, are they holding like a Swords to Plow? Like, they can't be holding Exile that costs 3. Like, they spent 2 minutes on this combat. Like, and I'm full past. What is... I guess they're really, really heavily considering, like, Sword to Plow on that Grunt or something. And it's not Pizza Cave, because it was like a minute here, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here. Like, if it was all at once, that would make sense. It's just nowhere. So, don't really... No, they're actually, honest to God, thinking about some instant. I'm sorry. Red is your splash. It's a joke. It does say forest. If I cycle this aberration, I can play the other one. If I just naturally draw no land here, I can play both. Kind of want to play both. This could be dangerous. If they have a burn spell, it looks bad, but this diversifies threats if they don't. It's nothing else I can do but play it into the Seal of Cleansing. Like, I have no other option. For one, I don't like. Are they actually gonna? Wait a minute. Wait, is that a different spirit token? Okay. Sometimes they don't remember they have the. They don't remember they have Seal of Cleansing down either. Okay. And then end of turn, cycle another Renewed Faith, gain 2. Okay, this is a Lightning Rift Astral Slide deck. I can tell you 100% this is a deck that has Lightning Rift and Astral Slide in it. Like, you don't play a Chroma's Blessing, Chartooth Cougar, double Renewed Faith, unless your deck contains both Lightning Rift and or Astral Slide. Which really sucks on Simeon Grutz, let me tell you. Okay, can I draw into a 6th land? I really don't want to sack this. There we go. Alright, attack for 4, and then we'll have lethal damage built up for next turn. 4 cards in hand, they're doing nothing. Interesting. Cast. Alright, lethal damage on the board. It is up to you to stop me. They're gonna probably cycle some cards end step, and then untap, and... Radiance Judgment. Oh, wow. Yeah, target creature's power 4 or greater. Ha. Salt Flats. Did they find the slide? 6? No, they're just playing a Chartooth Cougar. Okay. Okay, my kingdom for a blue now. Oh, I do a lot for a blue mono. Yeah, of course. Well, we can't get over Chartooth Cougar. Because it's a 4-4. Cycle a 3rd Renewed Faith. Yep. Yeah, they must have some Black Splash with this. I think the Savannah is just them showing off. 2 cards in hand. Another Chartooth Cougar? Noble Templar? Noble Templar, hell yeah. Alright, come on, blue off the top. Kingdom for blue off the top. It's not blue off the top. Well, the beatdown. Every damage counts because we have a fireball. 1 card left in hand. Really want to get this Aether Mutation off. They find a slide yet? Excuse me? I'm the one with triple green. Okay, all right. Interesting choice to play Armageddon when I have clearly have the board under my advantage. They don't even have pump for Chartooth Cougar. All right. If I draw a blue, I can Aether Mutation. Oh, come on. Well, I can end step cycle that. It's fine. That could be worse. And I end step cycle it because I don't want to tap down my 4/5 blocker. This card cycles. Like, I have a creature that taps for triple in play. Alright, let's... Bounce your Noble Templar. Alright. So, Geddon, huh? Oh, okay. We want Tribute to the Wild in here. We want Elephant Guide out, and we want Guy's Embrace out. Tribute to the Wild has them sack an enchantment or artifact. It's not exactly the removal we want, but it's close. Thinking about cutting these out. What else do I have that would be, like, good against... Regrowth. Because, like, they're going to have Astral Slide is what I'm worried about, and I want to have cards that are as powerful as possible against Slide. I almost think, like, the Starstorm is bad against this opponent. I don't think it does too terribly much. I actually like the blue now. They showed, like, these really big creatures that we can just bounce. I don't know if I like Mana War for that reason, but I do like Aether Mutation for that reason. Maybe we just roll it back. Maybe I don't... So Simian Grunts has a bit of an issue, too. If there's Slide, like, Simian Grunts gets really bad really quick. What's Karavek's Torch do? Red X, X damage. You have to pay 2 more to target it with a card. It is our Fireball. It's our way out of a lot of games. So, like, if you counterspell it, it costs blue and 2. I'm okay with this as is. Can't believe they Geddoned when I have a creature on board that taps for 3. Holy shit. Also, like... Oh, sweet. Turn 1 Finhorn Elves, turn 2 Grunts or Elder with a Tribute to the Wild to stop a Slide or Lightning Rift. This looks really sweet. Keep this hand. So the Lightning Rift Astral Slide deck is one I'm always excited about. There's that Rift. Like, I think I've made it very apparent that, like, Astral Slide is one of my favorite decks in Magic. Okay, I think I want to play this Elder first. Astral Slide, yeah, it blinks a creature out. So it'll remove it from play, and then it'll bring it back at the end of the following. There is a blue! Oh, what 5-card nonsense you playing? Thing that is crazy to me about this is that they had a chance to fix for blue last game and they didn't. I want to say there's no world where countering my mana drop feels correct. They're colored. Sell him. They're over there playing 5. Like, oh, yeah, that's easy. It's true. I don't know. They're colored. Sell him. They're over there playing 5. Like, oh, yeah, that's easy. It's true. 5 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 It's very true. Double blue? What is happening? What? Oh god, my brain's not big enough for this. Counterspell? What happened? Are they different? Did they board out the red? Maybe they boarded out the red. That could have happened. Maybe they didn't like the red in this matchup. Okay. I'm just playing this now. I don't want to leave them. I don't want to let my simian grunts to get counterspelled at this rate. Grizzly Fate is an extremely good card name. Just this dude out here. Oh, let's go! Ah! Please Geddon me. Just slam it. Geddon, right now. You get my simian grunts? Oh my god, they're flashbacking deep analysis. Alright. Come on. You would kill my simian grunts if you Geddon. It would be so much value. Right there. The value. They have 10 cards in hand. What is going on? Oh boy, I am just... I don't know. I don't know where my opponent's at. Maybe they don't. Maybe they have a way around it. Maybe they can spend those cards. Value. So yeah, I guess this is a good example of what I meant by, like, this isn't old Magic. Oh my god, your red's still in the deck. What? Okay. I guess that specifically makes my tribute to the wild bad. What do you mean you discarded Armageddon? But that card's really good. Why would you discard it? Thinking emoji. Whoa. All right, Spark Spray. You got it. Okay. Could make bears with Grizzly Fate. Could re-pick up the Yavimaya Elder with Regrowth. Can't really get through that Chartooth Cougar. Bit of a pain. kind of like replaying Yavi Elder. It's an infinite amount of try to get threshold fast. That would involve like Starstorming my board, which might be worth it once I have the mana. But I think I'll wait until I can Starstorm their board for a little better. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and we'll get the threshold, don't you worry. The Starstorm will do it, and then we'll be able to play out the Grizzly Fate afterwards. They won't be able to slide everything away. Alright, there's the better Black Splash. 5 cards left in hand. They really can't attack here. That Seal of Cleansing again does nothing. I just don't know. What's the blue for? What's the black for? We still don't know. One of the problems with slide, without slide, it just kind of doesn't do anything. Yeah. Indeed. I think I'm all outing if I untap here with this board. Yeah, where's their Savannah? Clearly, that's what they're missing. Yeah, I think I just all out. If we lose a Simian Grunts, they take 4, go to 3, and then, like, they're limited a lot in, like, what they can do. Not exactly the cards I want to be seeing at the Mo, but... yeah, but they fetch for a second blue source instead. Yeah, and that Tribute to the Wild doesn't do anything. Sad against that Seal of Cleansing, but, you know, do what you can. We're going to lose Simian Grunts here, hit them for 4, maybe less, but it'll get cards out of their hand. Obvious block. I'm cool with my opponent taking this damage here. Obviously, this is nowhere near close to killing them. Their hand's probably like 2 Renewed Faiths. So, I'm not that worried. Blue, red. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Oh my god, is that your splash? What? Okay. Good news, everyone. I got a card out of their hand. They have 3 Renewed Faiths. I don't think they're that hard up for cycling, right? Like, they're playing, obviously they're playing Spark Spray and Achroma's Blessing, all these things. I don't know. I'm just going to replay Yavi Elder, and they can't counter it because they're tapped out their blue. Okay, Savannah's here. They're finally on 5 colors. Good, good. Hmm. Tusker. Then it's going to get Radiance Judgments at the end step, but that gets a card out of our opponent's hand. And it gets us closer and closer to our Grisly Fate, as it were. So here's Radiance Judgment. That's fine. 5 cards in grave. Radiance Judgment's cycling out of their hand. Cycling Gilded Light, which that's a mistake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What do you mean you're cycling your Gilded Lights? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 3 cards in hand. Uh... 5 cards in grave. So I'm playing Tribute to the Wild as a way to get another card in my graveyard. Okay. I want that thing directly in my yard. Desert Twister, Aether Mutation. We still got some power left. Opponent's been having massive clock troubles. Oh dear. I guess it's something I noted. Could be. That is a question as well, Mass. But like, even if they win this game, they're under massive time pressure right now. I feel like Grizzly Fate can end it alone. Please allow my card to resolve. I just want to make some bears. I'm begging you. Please, I just want bears. Here they are. Here are the bears. Okay. I think the bears are enough. We also had like Karavek's Torch as a final out. So predicted by our forebears. Indeed. All right, let's go ahead and okay. I feel less like I need to make those changes to the deck after that. And that are I like that there's a player named Chopper Dave on there. So many lands. That's what happens when you activate Yavimaya, or the Druid or Elder twice in a game. Like, you never run out of land drops. Yes, I'd like to play first. I'm okay with this hand. Wow, again, wildly annoying with our splashes, though. But the hand's actually good. Cyclings? Cycling, okay. Okay, got a red for Torch. Means I want to keep this other aberration in hand. What is this? Fidian, okay. Hmm. No, I'm not going to try to catch it in combat there. I'll pass it back and see what they do. I think it'll be bounce, assuming Grunt's attack for 0. Beetleback, okay. Starstorm looking really solid if I can draw the second red. Oh, Mantis can block effectively too. Good. Okay, yeah, Starstorm for 3 takes out their board and leaving mine untouched. Gobbo! Gobbo, 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 gobbo. It's Gobbo. What are you grabbing? Oh. Okay. Kingdom for our red then. Hmm. Let's get this down. Okay. So they gotta play Echo. They play Matron. Matron for another Gobbo. Whenever it attacks, goblins get +1. Okay. Oh, what is this? Hmm. Tutor a land, huh? Hmm. Ability. Would you look at that? Okay. Well, let's just, I don't know, cast this on 3. Zoop! Zrrr. Defeated. Okay, alright, okay. No, yeah, uh-huh. It's good. It's good, it's good. I'm gonna take the blue out here. I'm gonna bring in the other simian grunts. We're gonna bring in, other mantis, or maybe arrogant worm. And then we're gonna try and make sure we have enough red to actually, hit this thing reliably. Anything else we would want in this matchup? Concede is a good response to Plague Wind. Yeah, basically. Brindle Shoat could be good in this matchup too. Wouldn't be bad with Provoke either. Alright. We got to do Starstorm for exactly what it was supposed to do. Will I ever get to use Hermit Druid? I don't know. So like, I feel a lot better about using Simian Grunts as a trick now. So when they played Ophidian on 3 as like their first play, I thought, oh, blue base control. I want to get Simian Grunts down before the counter spell, things like that. But then it was like Matron, Beetleback Chief, Gobbo, 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 and all of a sudden they were a completely different deck. So that was why I didn't go for the Simian Grunts trick. If that was asked. And again, the reason was just I identified their deck as one that was going to be more controlling, but very clearly, as we saw from turns past, they're not. We can just do Simian Grunts as a combat trick. So they're thinking pretty hard about how the hell do I beat Starstorm. Good question. Not a lot of people have good answers to it. Or anyone. Yeah. Last minute change to grab regrowth in here. Okay. A+ would keep. Goblin Patrol. Cycle Cave. Okay, their hand is a little land heavy then. If they're heavy enough blue, I can see a counterspell. Yeah, but the thing is with Ophidian, I don't think a counterspell. I think like 4 counterspells, you know? There's a difference. Like that's what, like, you know, are they gonna try and kill that, or are they just, oh, cycle tap it? Sure. That Choking Tethers is good in their deck. I feel Choking Tethers is a kind of a falter effect, and with the Goblin aggression, I can see that making a lot of sense. It's not more 2 cards out of my hand. I want to use the grunts as tricks if possible. Okay. Siege Rake. Yikes. Okay. That's fair. You know what? You can't counter it. Might as well. So end step, Simian Grunt. Fine then. Whatever. You did the, I don't even know what that was. That was the Kansas City shuffle there, I think is what just happened. This grunt went from play to top of the deck, got replaced by this grunt to this grunt to this grunt. Okay. Where's the goblins? Are the goblins coming? There's the goblins. So yes, I'm technically doing it early here by tapping this mana and then hitting OK. Alright. I'll allow you to trade with one of them if you want. Matron? Matron to matron. Um... I'm just gonna wait and produce lethal. So the card you have to worry about is that right of discard your hand. Ooh, Flowstone Hellion. That's cool. Alright, very sorry, my friend, but, PK... Star Store! Perfect. That felt good. Our deck went well. We had one, like, all three of our matches were fun. Our first one was close. We had the power of Starstorm winning our third. Like all sorts of. Our second one had the absolute unwieldy play of Armageddon when you have a thing that taps for triple green in play, which is a choice you can make in the game of Magic the Gathering. Anyway, that's it for tonight, though. With those packs, I might go ahead and try to do some more of this on Tuesday. We shall see. It would just be involve me finding one more pack, so it'd be pretty easy to jump on in. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. So thank you all for joining. If you want to catch more of this or any of the other projects I have going on, FF12 is coming to a finish. Sekiro is coming to a finish next week. FF12 on Wednesday. Sekiro on Thursday. What else? But yeah, you can always follow, so you're live. You can subscribe for cool slime, cool skull. But if you're just here having a good time, I appreciate it a lot and hope you enjoy it. So yeah, let me know how you feel. Anyway, thanks for joining. Have a good night, everybody.